Shalom, shalom, Israel. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God. Right? Y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another Truth Tuesday. Give me a second so I can pull up this comment section. Thank you, brothers and sisters, very much for coming to another Truth Tuesday class, man. Where we tear down lies, right, and bring out the truth emphatically. I'd like to shout you, brothers and sisters, out that came in early. Brother Believe, Shalom. And that's right. Right? These other nations ain't your friend. We not only we won't get on everybody else. Like,
Shalom family. It's like a shalom family.
Shalom.
Can't hear you out on the rock.
Hey, Rock, you muted there, King. Rock. Hey, we can all hear each other, but Rock can't. Hey, put a 7 in the chat if you can hear the brother Captain Rock. Put a 7 in the chat if you can hear that, brother.
Colin, everybody in the chat, let them know you cannot hear them. Everybody say we cannot hear you out of one the rock. He's talking.
hey, y'all talk to the people in the chat, man. And to
Hey,
this brother
shalom, beloved family. The water for joining us tonight, family. Another Truth Tuesday. I don't want the rock having little technical difficulties. He'll fix them right now. But we do want to say the water, like the brother says 2 times to all of our beloved family that join us, our brothers and sisters that are getting the spiritual food. As Yahweh said, men and women should not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the word of the Most High. So that's what we try to do. We try to give you the truth of the Bible so you can get fed every day with the spiritual food. I don't want the rock. I think he knows now.
He just figured it out.
He just figured it out.
Yeah. Hey, water family, we needed you guys to help us out because he was not listening to us. He was, you could tell he was moving the spirit. So it happens sometimes. You moving the spirit and you just don't stop. It could happen to any of us. He'll come back right now. The other one will let us know he does have a lesson, a good lesson for us that we have to listen to. These precepts, these scriptures that he's gonna be bringing now, that the classes are gonna be bringing out. They're very important for us to remember.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah.
I yield. Go ahead.
He's not the right one.
Hey, Ak, we ain't hear nothing, Ak.
There he is.
You ran through the whole list on the chat.
The brother he in a Houdini right now, man. What we got going on here?
Y'all hear me now?
There he is.
Come on, King.
There you are.
All praises. Hey, Salaki, I ran down all you brothers and sisters' names, man. Y'all ain't hear one of them?
Not one.
I'm shaking my head, man. Salaki. Hey, forgive me, brothers and sisters. Did y'all shout them out, or I gotta do it still?
Hey, y'all were all shouting them out. Hey, let's go ahead and get the calendar squared away, man.
All praises. Hey, what y'all see before y'all is the feast day calendar. If you could blow it up a tad bit more. Hey, I'm about to bring my other I'm about to get on my computer, but don't bring this one up. But yeah, what we have tomorrow, I believe. Yeah, what we have tomorrow night is the new moon 9th month. If you would like to join the Atlanta camp or the North Carolina camp, please send us an email at RSVP at sonsofthunder.israelites@gmail.com for the Atlanta camp.
Salaki. A correction. The Atlanta camp will not be gathering. All right, tomorrow. Okay, and we're gonna do a lesson. Adawan Yawa will do a lesson. Hey, we had some complications. All right, with our location. Okay, but we're gonna try to get everything right. All right, for the feast of dedication. So the Atlanta camp will not gather. All right, tomorrow evening. All right, for the feast of the new moon. Okay. All right, North Carolina, down in Greensboro, I believe, will still gather. All right, go ahead, Rock.
Hey, Salakia, brothers and sisters, man. Salakia.
Yamaton said they're not gathering in North Carolina either, man.
Yeah, we we're not gonna gather in North Carolina for New Moon.
Okay. All right. It is what it is. You brothers and sisters want to join us for Feast of Dedication or hopefully the future New Moon 10th month, right? That'll be beautiful. And give us a RSVP at Sons of Thunder Israelites at gmail.com for the Atlanta camp. Sons of Thunder Israelites NC at gmail.com for the North Carolina camp, right? You can bring that. You can take that video down. You can bring up the YouTube video. The name of this lesson, right? The name of this lesson. You brothers and sisters see it, man. A lot of our brothers and sisters are trusting their enemy again, man. A lot of our brothers and sisters are trusting our enemies, man. Right here was a past camp. If I'm not mistaken, it's a recent camp. Like this happened like probably 2 weeks ago. Then last week we had another brother come up with the same spirit, asking about the so-called white man. Right? What's up with our people, man? We telling them they're the greatest people on earth, the greatest people on planet Earth, the chosen people of the Most High God. And here we go. They're asking about people of another nation. That is kind of a sickness, man. And our people need to, get out of that, right? So we're gonna play this video real fast, right? You can click play at a one, and I want you brothers to listen closely.
Esau's the devil in the Bible. Right? Yo, I didn't like that. You can't make this up. Now look, I want to talk about that at some point. I didn't like that. I understand, but when we working, gotta let us work. The time is gonna come where you're gonna put on one of these shirts. Yep. And then you're gonna have a Bible and you're gonna quote the scriptures. For me to because I like y'all and I'm coming out here and I'm listening, I'm reflecting on that. Oh, you didn't like what we was. I didn't like this conversation with that white man. Why? So I understand that we was having a conversation that had nothing to do with him. Y'all in a public place, and so he came and tried to engage. And what's the first thing he tried to tell us? Trust me. That's not my takeaway from the conversation. That's not the first thing he told us? And I agree, you shouldn't trust him. Is that the first thing he asked us to do? Was trust him? I don't think so. I guess, what, by engaging? Then I could be misremembering, and I'll admit that. The first question I asked him is, what has history taught us to trust your people? He wouldn't answer that. Eventually, I heard him say yes. So, history has taught us to trust his people, yes? Has taught us not to trust his people. And then I said, so why should I trust you? What was his answer? At one point, he said, you shouldn't trust me because you don't know me. No, his answer was, don't be racist. All white people are not the same. He said multiple things, but at one point, he did say, no, you shouldn't trust me because you don't know me. Should we not trust him because we don't know? I don't know you. Right. But has history taught me not to trust my own black brother? Right. In certain ways, it has. History has taught me not to trust my own black brother. History has pitted black people against each other. Okay. Which is different. Who did that? Right. White people. Right. Has history taught me not to trust them? Right. Yeah. Yes. See how easily you can answer that? Yeah. When people lie to me, I don't like that. Remember last week? Facts. Don't lie to me. Don't lie. Right? Facts. If you lie to me, I can't trust you. Facts. And if you did lie to me, at least apologize. Yes. And set the record straight. Okay. So let me ask you a question then. Is that how we engage? Because I'm reflecting on this. I don't understand how I feel. I'm trying to figure out how I feel about white people. Because I'm building things. I work with white people. I've met white people that I would argue are good people. If you are on lunch break and a white person comes over to you and wants to talk about black people issues, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna not have that discussion with them. But my question is, are you saying that there are no white people ever that you can engage with civilly or trust? Now, look at the question before you answer that. Civilly trust. No. Why would we want to ever? Why would we want to? Go back to the first question. Go back to the first question. Has history taught us not to trust those people? Yes. So why are you asking me, are there any white people that exist that I can trust?
You can pause. You can take the video down now. Hey, look at the condition of our people. Look at the mindset of our people. When asked, but he said, is there any white person that you can trust? So that brings you back to the first point. If y'all see Soldier Secure comment, it says, watch this live. This young man skipped over Esau's disrespect and criticized his brothers. Them creatures did a number on us. Exactly.
That's heavy.
This right here is a frequent problem with brothers and sisters. Hey, some of us know. This is a frequent problem with people coming into the truth, coming into the knowledge and understanding what the scriptures say. The first thing that's on their mind, the first people group that comes to their noggin to worry about is the so-called white man. And that shows you the sickness that we have as a people group. It shows you the sickness that we have as a people group. To see these people destroy us for generations. To see these people hate us utterly, perpetually for generations. And still have to ask about them when you find out you're the chosen people on earth. It's crazy. That's actually insane. But our people have been destroyed for a lack of knowledge because this has been hidden from them. It's destroyed their mind. What's been fed to them, force fed to them by media, force fed to them by literature, education, daily consumption on the television, is the condition of white people and the comfortability of the other nation. That's what's been force fed to them. And we've ate it up. They are not our friends. We got to realize that first. They are not our friends. And how we realize that is looking at how they treated us in the past.
That's right, Adam.
We got to. That's the key. Has history showed us that they are friends? And emphatically no. It's quite the opposite. Listen, the so-called white man does not even respect the land that he lives on.
Facts.
That's why there is an island of plastic. You looking at different animals that were on this earth and are now extinct because of a mass hunting of the so-called white man. The global warming is because of the so-called you looking in the environment, deforestation. It's because the so-called, come on, he's polluting the whole earth. Let's get the book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 22.
I got a precept for you.
Connor, go ahead and bring that out.
Con, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. To land me off of what you're saying, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
That's right. That's right. You got to understand that we're supposed to never. There is a position where wait a minute. Before we get there, we got to understand this first. We actually have enemies. That's what our people don't understand. They feel like they're sitting in this earth and their responsibility. See, blacks and Hispanics feel like it is their responsibility to love everybody and make everyone feel comfortable.
That's right.
Our people feel like that's their responsibility. So when we say enemy, it don't register in their mind who we're talking about, right? Because then you hear this response. Well, some of the people I trust the most are white, right? Some of my best friends are white.
Yeah.
Some of the people that did me dirty in my life look like me, right? Ain't that what they say?
Right.
Yo, you have an enemy. You thinking of person when the Lord don't even deal like that. Jeremiah was a righteous man, right? Jeremiah was a son of a priest. righteous. Jeremiah was in captivity. Isaiah in captivity. John the Baptist in captivity.
That's right, one.
John the Baptist's parents, blameless, in captivity. Christ in captivity. We have, it don't matter if there's one good person in a nation. The Lord don't deal like that. The Lord deals nationalistic.
That's right.
So who the hell are you in saying, oh, it's one good person? Muhammad Ali said, if it's 1,000 snakes coming at you and there's one snake that love you, are you going to let all those 1,000 in?
Hell no.
Hoping that you find the one that love you?
Salaki.
Go ahead, Emma.
You hitting this right on the head.
Yeah.
I wanted to finish that up and want you to break it down as I finish it up. It's Sirach. Check this out. Sirach 12 and 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Right.
Thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away.
Right. So he's going to come to you humble. He's going to come to you saying that I'm cool, I'm nice, right? He's going to give you, look. Esau going to give you, he's going to buy you lunch when you didn't bring lunch that day. Oh, it's on me. And he's going to rest his hand on your shoulder. Right? He's going to say, it's all right. And he's going to rest his hand on your shoulder. I got you. Right? He's going to be smiling in your face. Right? Like a damn fox. A fox, look, watch this. A fox look like he's smiling all the time, but a fox is out to get you.
That is true.
A fox like he's smiling all the time, but he's out to get you. And that's exactly how the so-called white man dealing. So he humble himself and go crouching, but no, he crouching to take you over. And sure, like iron is to rust, it's sure he's going to turn on you. Sure, his color, you're going to see them horns poking out his head. Right? Go ahead, Adam.
It's a lie. He always get that hand out like this and want to stick his hand out and shake your hand.
Right. Shake my hand.
In his mind, he's saying, you know what? I'm going to shake your hand. However, I'm getting ready to do you in on the back end.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Watch this. I'm going to finish reading it. I want you to break this down. I'm gonna go down to verse about 18.
Hey, Salakia. Hey, before you bring that out, I got a quick precept, man. Because if you have them break that down, we're gonna miss this point. I want to go because that's very spiritual what Dirac just said. I want y'all to see, okay, what Christ said about Herod, man. Okay, based off what the brother Dirac just said.
That's right.
I'm going into Luke. Okay, I'm going into Luke chapter 13. Okay, and verse 32. And he said unto them, go ye and tell that fox, behold, I cast out devils, and I do cures today and tomorrow, and the third day I shall be perfect. Okay?
That's right.
I shall be perfected. All right. So Christ called that Edomite, all right, a fox. Okay. All right. One that's always smiling in your face, man. Hey, go ahead, King.
Hey, Adam, bring out, read verse 13 before you jump to 18. Read verse 13, please.
All right, Khan. It says, Sirach 12 and 13. Who would pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
So you over here charming trying to charm a wild beast right now. A snake is wild, right? And you sit there trying to charm it and calm it down and be its friend. Well, when that snake bites you, nobody is going to feel sorry for you. But like I remember we was bringing this out at camp. Like people watching you, like when people watch a charmer or a lion tamer or anybody that deal with wild animals, right? They sitting there watching like, I want to see what's going to happen. Is this wild beast going to let his nature take over? Or is it going to be all right? And so they in the cut like this. And once that charmer get bit by that snake, the people like, I knew it. I knew it. And they go about their business. Because they seen exactly what they thought was going to happen. When we come in the face of the so-called white man, something different is going to happen. We're expecting a different result. When we have it's something called the Trail of Tears, right? Hold on. Before the Trail of Tears, right? They came to our Northern Kingdom brothers, humble and subtle, with blankets, right? With different things, right? For them to teach them the ways of the land and how to survive on this new land that they were coming to, right? But when they was bringing them blankets, they were bringing them disease-filled blankets. They was learning to do what it takes to irrigate and a harvest on this land. So when they learn everything and they soak up game and they're able to do it by themselves, they can take over the Native American. They can take over our Northern Kingdom brothers, right? Then push them all the way up, right? Made them walk, kill off their women, their babies, dash their babies against it. This is the man you're dealing with. This is the people that you're dealing with. Murderers, thieves. My father always told me, man, there's no honor amongst thieves, right? There is no honor amongst thieves, but now y'all are seeking friendship from them. You trying to be a friend of a murderer whose instinct is to destroy. He got that wisdom of Solomon 2 spirit. And you want to be his friend. Bro, trees are meant for you to breathe. That's what they created for. They produce oxygen. Esau don't care. He want to make hardwood tables and paper. You see what I'm saying? And he out there in the Amazon, the biggest hub for oxygen on the earth, them tearing down every tree. And you want him to be cool with you. Once we put it in perspective like that, they start glitching out, Adawan. And they like, well, where's the past? And it's good ones. But come on, who's going to pity the charmer that's bitten by the snake? Go ahead with your precept, Adawan.
God, I'm going to continue reading. I'm going to drop down to verse 16. Just to land me off of what you saying to go with it. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
Exactly.
He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Look at the spirit, man. Look at the spirit of this man. He imagining wickedness. He's imagining different ways to cut you off, to destroy you. Right? Oh, let me look this up real fast.
I got a precept while you're looking that up, King.
Comment on one.
All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 55, and verse 21. And it reads, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
That's right.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Right? And these devils are always doggone looking, at how to combat you. You know what I mean? They're not your friends. Okay? They're not your friends. All right? You need to take heed to the scriptures. You ought to obey God rather than men. Okay? And stop being soft, Jake. All right? We acting like that old lion, man. Okay? We got to be doggone roused back up. Go ahead, King.
Kind of one. So what I'm looking up is a specific man. So, okay. So Carl Linnaeus, right, proposed classifications for human race, right? It's a man. This is a German man made what we know as race today, this concept of race, right? We have people believe in the Bible. Thank you. We have people believe in the Bible, right? And there's 18 nations that are in the Bible, right? Recently, right? Vocab Malone posted a video about the Sons of Thunder Israelites, right? And he has videos on how we break. And he's talking about Obadiah. So I wanted to learn further what he teach on the book of Obadiah. He say it's been fulfilled. And so in this video, he's speaking about the book of Obadiah, and he's going and talking and basically dissing camp doctrine. And then he goes and says, "Oh, race was made by the white man." That's what they're gonna tell you. Race was made by the white man. But hold on, you identify as a white male, a Caucasian, right? Show me Caucasian or white man in the Bible. You want me to identify as African American. Show me African American in the scripture. You want my brother Yahweh to identify as a Mexican male. Well, show me Mexican in the Bible. Now, you being a Bible believer, you believe that these nations exist today, right? Because according to the book of Ecclesiastes, there's no ending to the people, right?
That's right.
So who made this construct of race that you have today? Was it God? Or was it created by a man? If you believe that there's no ending to the people, then the children of Israel are still here on the earth today, right? And if the children of Israel on the earth today, their enemies are still on the earth today.
That's right,
right? And the enemy of the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man is every other nation on the earth. Shalom to Naikwam.
Shalom Adawan Akwam.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Congratulations to you there, King. Congratulations for that young king.
Praises. All praises. Right? So we gotta that's one thing we gotta understand as a people, man. Right? That this group, a nation of people do not love you. They are your enemy according to scripture. Right? We're gonna get deeper into it. And they want to do everything it takes to keep you from being on your way. They don't want you to identify as an Israelite. Matter of fact, we gotta hide that term and bring out new terms. Right? They don't want you to follow the heritage of God. They want to push a new doctrine. What they call it, this is first century Christianity, right? That's what they're talking about. When all the Christians in the scripture were Israelites and followed the laws of God, followed the prophecies of the Lord. But you want me to follow what the damn Catholic Church say. We want me to follow their doctrine when they bringing in the Trinity and they taking away the feast days and they taking away jots and tittles of the law. You want me to wander in the congregation of the dead. That's how I know that you're my enemy. We starting to see things clearer now. Right? It's more on that, Adawan?
It says, verse 17, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
Hey, that's them treaties. Them treaties he was making with the Native Americans, man. He was pretending to help them, but in his heart he was gonna break them treaties anyway. Right? Ain't that what happened with Joe Biden? He said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. But what has he done? Since he got in office, what has he done for our people? You know, he did something for Asian. Stop Asian hate. But I could have sworn I only seen Asian brutality for like only a couple days, man. Asians was hated for a week and they passed the bill, man. What about the generations what about my grandmother getting spit at and rock thrown at her because she wanted to go to school?
Okay, 3/5 of a human being.
Come
You don't get the
on,
same
man.
treatment.
Hey,
You
look,
3/5. 3/5.
listen to what the other one said. When they say we the people of the Constitution, where was your black ass? When they was writing we the people of the Constitution, where were you, Hispanic man, woman, and child? Where were y'all at? What were y'all doing? When they was signing the Declaration of Independence, your black ass was, bro, you was still a slave.
Shit, Jake be partying hard on the 4th.
Come on, man. Jake be with the white Air Forces, American
Right.
flag socks, wife beater, cargo shorts, man.
God.
They be out there popping fireworks till them 5 o'clock in the morning. But when they got independence, you were still a slave. That's the reality of it. They want to live in a fantasy world where Esau is comfortable. The reality of it is you were in bondage.
Hey, Salakia. Hey, the
Go ahead,
brother.
Adam.
I like the brother Issachar Wright. What's his name? Issachar Wright. 117. I like his comment. Hey, you asked, where were you? Where were you? So-called Mexican man. That brother said right next to you. Okay, in slavery.
Right.
All praises to the Most High that this brother
Right.
understands that thing, man.
Right. That's right.
He understands that he's the same people and he had to endure the same type of trials and tribulations, God. All right. All praises to that brother.
All praises. All praise to the Most High. So we gotta understand that. They not look. We got men. Watch this. You want a person, right? Because it's a lot of corporations like JB Morgan and Chase. It's a couple companies, man, and they slipped my mind that were built right off of insuring slaves, right? The whole insurance industry, right, was built off insuring slaves. That's the first insured thing, a slave, right? A lot of banks would take loans and to forgive loans, they traded humans, right? They traded slaves to forgive loans and things in that nature, right? Those same things are benefited today. Like they're still big corporations, even grown. This whole economy was built off the backs of our people, our ancestors, blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. And it's the only reason why it's sustained is because of the late work and labor that we did in the past and our ancestors did in the past. So you can't tell me that the American don't benefit for what's happening today. It's still running because of what happened. That great economic boost of free labor. Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, real quick, I don't want, and that commodity of humans being trafficked for their benefits still going on to this day. I mean, what a year, 2 years ago out there in Georgia, how much so as it says, how much Mexicans didn't they have out there at a labor camp, paying them nothing at all? And same thing, they also got caught up doing it also up north, somewhere on the East Coast. They were caught having more so-called Hispanic slaves. Even in Russia nowadays, and it's not our people, so we don't give a damn about them people. But even Russia, which is mostly all Edomites, to this day they have many slaves building up their nation. And who are the slaves? It's North Korea. They get them for nothing. So that's Esau's always done that. Esau cannot build nothing on their own. They need the backs of others, and they build most of their kingdom, this world, which is their kingdom. They built out the backs, especially of us, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. How you?
That's
right.
You go into the 13th Amendment, and slavery still legal with a prison. And then you look at who's making majority, right, of the prison in America, and you see it's our people still. The same ones that was in 1619 being shipped around the world as the hottest commodity of labor workers, right, are the same people being highly incarcerated in prison serving the slavery, man. It's the same thing. And y'all are saying, oh, it's gone now. That's old. Let's move forward and forgive, when we're still seeing the effects being pushed today. A so-called tanner can put on suit and tie and walk straight up in corporate America underqualified and get the job because the boss sees himself in Tanner. But Jerome walks in with more qualifications than Tanner, and now he's overqualified for the position, and he's not going to be a good fit. That trickles on into the dang on justice system, where the police officer is catering, the white police officer is tailoring and being comfortable around the white man that's spitting at him, cussing at him, chasing him around, taking his gun off his holster.
That's right.
Chasing him with it. He's comfortable with him. But when you, so-called black and Hispanic man, are in there, hands up, you're getting shot.
That's right.
Because you're a threat to them. Why isn't he comfortable with you? He sees you as inferior. He sees you as an animal. And you see how he deal with animals. You seen the mountain of buffalo skulls that he's standing on. You seen how he deal with the animals. Lions, tigers, different various animals and creatures going extinct because he can't control himself. You see how he deals with animals. You see how he deals with the world. Why do you expect anything different when it comes to you? And then
Other one froze up, huh?
The brother still froze. Okay. Hey, that's right. Hey, you're right. They doggone. This is horrible, man. Hey, these devils are doggone continuing to doggone, oppress us, man. Still to this day. Hey, I like the brother. I like the sister Dinah, Denis Yasha Allah's comment. She says they are still making money off our people today through Thanksgiving, and through Santa Claus and bunnies. Okay, you're right. And they expect this to last forever. Get Psalms 49 and 11 real quick. Okay. They expect this behavior, all right, to last forever. All right. These devils have created, all right, a very crafty council, man. That's very crafty council. Okay. And they're confederate against us. Give me that. Psalms 49 and 11. King.
Bring it out. Psalms to the 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Their inward thought is that their houses are going to continue forever. They expect this to continue to last forever. They want to continue to oppress you. They want to continue to stay on top. They understand if they keep you from your laws, your statutes, and commandments, that they continue to stay in power. That's their objective. All right. Your enemies do not love you, man. Get Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. Ezekiel 35 and 5. Okay. Your enemies do not like you, man. Okay. As a matter of fact, they have an everlasting hatred for you. Okay. Give me that. Ezekiel
this is
chapter
the book
35.
of Ezekiel. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force.
These devils have had a perpetual hatred. Okay. That means an everlasting hatred, a hatred that will last forever. Read on.
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
Now you got to listen to the verbiage right there. It says that they have shed the blood of the children of Israel by the sword. Okay. This is your arch enemy Esau. Okay. This was his blessing from the beginning. All right. He was to live by the sword and to rule over you for a time, Jake. And to rule over you for a time, Eve. Okay. And this is how he gets his rocks off. Okay. The rock was bringing out, all right, how these devils, all right, and they don't care, man. The spirit in these devils are not right in them, man. Okay. They're tearing down the trees, polluting the ocean. Okay. And they have zero disregard, all right, for life. All right. The scriptures told you that in the book of Deuteronomy, all right, chapter 28. Okay. Get that in Psalms chapter 137. We know who you are. You can try to disguise yourself, Esau. You can try to disguise yourself, Amalek, but we know who you are. So you got to understand, These devils and their doctrine, okay, is to include them. Okay, it's an inclusive doctrine. Christianity is an inclusive doctrine. It's
Right.
all about including them. Hey, get that in Psalms chapter 137, and then get Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16. Hey, Darac, I don't know which one to pull up, King. I know you can. You hear me in the background? You got two of them back here, King, but I don't know which one to pull up, King.
God, he's sending to
Can
me
you,
also.
can you see which one?
The one I told you that Latinos
Okay,
are.
he downloaded. He got one out of here.
There he is.
All right, hey, Darac, you want to go ahead and pick up, man?
Kyle, you want to bring out your precepts first, or?
Yeah, get Psalms 137.
Con,
Okay, and
Where you
then
want to
get
start at?
Hebrews 12 and 16, verse 7, right?
Yes. Okay, Con.
Read that.
This is the book of Psalms 137, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem.
The scriptures say, remember these devils. Okay, all right, not forget them. All right, not to doggone forgive them. All right, and forget. All right, that's these devils' way. Forgive and forget. The scripture says, remember. Read on.
Who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
These devils doggone chanted, okay, and tore down your temple, man, and burned it to the ground, man. They have no remorse and they have no regard for the Israelites. So why the hell should we give a damn about you? Okay, right. Read on.
O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed.
Right.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
Right.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
All right, happy, all right, shall we be, all right, to reward you jokers double, okay? We're going to dash your doggone babies against the stones just like you did us, man, okay? All right, we'll never trust you. We'll never trust you, Esau, okay? Because you're a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, man. All right, and the Most High has indignation and hatred with you forever, man. Bring out that last precept, Hebrews 12 and 16.
God, this book of Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16.
Because these jokers think that they can be included, man. But the Most High says, no, you are the Edomites, man. Okay? That's who you are. It's your lot. Bring that out.
God, this Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
As who?
As Esau.
You fit all of the doggone descriptions. And hey, that's you. Okay? Read on.
God, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Read.
For you know that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected.
He was rejected. Read on.
For he found no place of repentance.
And he has no place of repentance. That's him, his seed after him, his seed after him, okay, and after him and so forth. Read on.
Though he saw it carefully with tears.
Though he caught it carefully with tears. All right, go ahead, King.
Hey, I don't want to go ahead and bring up that video because it's going straight in to what we bringing out right now. Hey, y'all, did you get that message I sent you?
Got another one.
Hey, send that in the chat too. Send that in the chat too.
Got another one. Got you. Other one.
That's gonna, you know.
I don't see nothing, brother.
Exclusive. We brought you this first.
Hey, start at 22 seconds.
Hey, King. Hey, it's not back in the background. Oh, we waiting on Yakum.
Kind of the one. He bringing it up. This is what y'all about to see is the evidence of them not being able to be trusted, and their wickedness, how profane their nature is, being shown on wax. Being shown on wax. You know, take your time out of it. It's not too much of a rush. But at the same time, our people need to understand this, right? This nation of people who don't, because watch this, because Vocab Malone tried to play a game, right? and say that Obadiah has already been fulfilled and the Edomites are done away. So I'm like, hold on. He says the only time you see Edom, then he goes and say the only time you see Edomites is Herod and Agrippa. Then hold on. You see the game that devil tried to play? He tried to deceive y'all. And those that were full, you know, they were cognitively distant.
We got the video, and now
Those of us that were cognitively dissonant, right, had confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is when you hear something that agrees with you, you go to it. That's what you gravitate to. So those that want to save the white man, as soon as they heard that Obadiah was fulfilled by somebody, they took it. They took it for face value. And then he goes on to say, but you see Herod and Agrippa, who are Edomites. Come on, bro. Stop playing. Stop playing. Obadiah has yet to be fulfilled, right? And this is why the judgment of Obadiah is what it is. Go ahead and play that, Adawan.
Give me just a second.
Connor, one. We're gonna start at 22 seconds. What y'all about to see is crazy. I know some of y'all seen this on social media already, and what you seeing is a 41-year-old brother who's on suicide watch, right? They've already died. They say he has a mental illness, and he's on suicide watch. So he's on suicide watch, and Esau profane
in Camden County, Georgia.
Hate and tell.
This is the sheriff's office, and
has decided to do this to the brother, man.
They decide to do this and jump him. They beat him up. This is a gang-styled attack. They had this already planned. This was prepared. They knew exactly what they were going to do. The cell that you're looking into is for individuals who are experiencing a mental health crisis.
Go ahead, keep playing it, because I want y'all to see.
The suicide watch cell. He was not there because he was on punishment. No, they actually decided to do that after they beat him up. We also were able to obtain.
All right, you can pause it. And it go to 222, because this brother right here is diligent. He got another angle of it. So they beat him up in the cell, and you don't see what happened. He just come back in a wheelchair now, right? So watch this. They beat him up in the cell, take him out of the cell, and do this right here. That's good. That's good. You can start right there. Right? Hey, y'all may want to get the kids out. They brought him out the cell. Look at him.
Now, we spoke to Mr. Hobbs directly. He said when he was going through this,
look at Jake.
He was going to die.
What is Jake doing?
Saying, don't fall to the ground. You know what they did to George Floyd. That was in his mind, in his heart, at the time of this criminal attack. This actually happened back in September. Indisputable did not receive the video until Thursday. And now, everybody knows what happened. Now watch what they do next. It should definitely highlight the reality of their corruption and their criminality. Put him in a wheelchair, and they threw him into the cell.
Well, you can take the video.
His body was already limp. Couldn't walk at that time.
That's insane.
This facility.
You can pause the video because the audio is still playing. I don't want the water. And if you can get that next video ready with the Issachar sister talking. In the background.
It's in the chat.
I believe. Did you put it in the chat, Roll?
Conrad, I should be in our chat for this lesson.
Exactly. Look what Warrior Michael Allah said. They pulled his dreads out. He had it was a bloody dread on the ground because they pulled one of his locks out of his skull. This is the person that they're asking and concerned about his salvation. This is him. This is his true nature, and that's how he feel about you. That's why. Hey, get the book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and 21. Because y'all gotta understand, the Lord deemed their punishment in Obadiah. It's that bad because of how much they hate his chosen people. It's that bad because what he has done to the apple of the Lord's eye. He don't just get to be a slave in the kingdom. That'll be a walk in the park. That'll be a cakewalk for Esau. You know what I mean? To still be alive after what he did to those Native Americans, to the land, to the so-called Black and Hispanic man. That'll be a cakewalk for him compared to the atrocities that he's done. Right? Read what you got, Yaron.
Kind of another one. There's the book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked should now be unpunished.
Y'all gotta understand what the nature of the Lord is. The Lord is what we call a just God. Just means equal. That's where you get justice from. Right? So the Lord is just. Get Second Thessalonians 1 and 6. Though hand joined in hand, though he made you feel comfortable, though he made you feel okay for what happened in the past and how he's working and how he's running things in America, though he made you feel comfortable, and now he put his hand on your shoulder and you looking at him and you then feel fuzzy inside and you start shucking and jiving to where when they're beating your brother's skull in, kneeing them, you just sitting there spectating, putting your hand in the mix like you trying to do something, but not really doing nothing. Come on, man. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Though a hand joined in hand, the wicked though, they're not gonna go unpunished. Read what you got, Yaron.
Okay, what was the other one?
Second Thessalonians 1 and 6.
This book of Second Thessalonians, chapter 1 and verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
So to repay, this is the Lord. They want to say the Lord is all love. That's false. That's not a just balance. That's not an even weight. The Lord is going to repay you what you go. You're going to reap what you sow. Galatians 6 and 7. You're going to reap what you're putting wickedness in the earth. Expect to be judged for that. You're doing righteousness in the earth. Expect to be judged of that. That's what people don't understand. The Lord didn't forget what happened to our people in slavery. He didn't forget that Esau was stealing men and selling them. He didn't forget that. He didn't forget that he was castrating your men, breaking your men, putting horses on the four quarters of a human body and making them go in opposite. He didn't forget about that. You did. You forgot. You were made to feel comfortable even though that happened. But the Lord didn't forget.
So like that one.
It's righteous with God to recompense trouble and tribulation, to pay back. It's righteous with God to pay back those that troubled you, man. I wish I could help my king stop a bud in a hole. Amen.
Hey, the sisters. Hey, the sister says she wish she could stomp a mud hole in their axe.
Amen.
Huh? All praises.
And that's and for those that want to villainize that state of mind, guess what the scripture says? It says you should not stand against the blood of your neighbor. If you see your neighbor about to get killed and being beaten and hurt, you are not to just stand there and watch like you seen that sheriff do. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to rise up and stand against the evildoers.
That's right.
You are to put. That's when you put the cape on. You don't put the cape on when Esau is getting his ass cut up with the scriptures.
Right?
You put your cape on when Esau is stumping your brothers and sisters back in.
That's right, brother.
Because nobody else is going to do it. Hey, y'all, hey, out of one, you got that other video?
It's like out of one.
Go ahead, King.
Let me get out this two quick precepts out of one because you know, like you said, people say that the Most High is all love. That word love, they throw it out like it's just that's all the Most High is. Well, let's see if he's all love. There's the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, and verse 16. These 6 things does the Lord hate.
That's right.
Yeah, 7 are an abomination unto him. And I'm only gonna read this one right here. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. With them devils that everybody wants to save, guess what? The Most High hates them because they're proud and they're always lying on all of us. They throw us in jail. They kill us for nothing. They say we committed all these crimes, but all it was a simple little misdemeanor. But yet it costs us our life. They throw us in prison for life, and they do it happily. They will kill us happily. And the Most High said He hates that. So where's that love at? Are you?
Hey, I don't want y'all come y'all. If you can bring that video up.
Okay, I'm bringing it up now. Is it on Twitter?
Yeah, it's the Twitter link. Yeah, indeed. I hope it don't make it. Yeah, I hope it don't make you do nothing crazy. Hold on. It's on. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring it. Because we got one side of the spectrum for real. And what I mean by one side of the spectrum is the we automatically know how Jake do, man. But we got to see how it's a oh yeah.
He got no sound.
Yeah, go.
I can play it now.
I want to talk about Latinos, because that's always the big surprise, right? So do I. Go ahead. Because I mean, the Latino vote was split, right? With 43% Republican Brian Kemp. So why does the Latino vote differ so much from the black vote?
Because we got our own white people.
Oh.
And people don't understand that we have and the assimilation possibility for Latinx, Latin people is higher. People can come from other parts of Latin America, marry white, as like they're told to do, assimilate and assume a white identity that black people cannot escape from. So they will continue to vote in that way because to them that's upward mobility. And unfortunately for us, success means being patted on the back. Not all of us, because y'all gonna go crazy on Twitter. I ain't got a Twitter, so it's okay. But they get the pat on the back from white people, and they feel like that's what being American is. And that colorism is real in our community. It is real.
Well, what do you think? Yeah, I think Republicans do a better job of telling the story of upward mobility, and sometimes Democrats, particularly historically, we in our community. So there's certain aspects, obviously.
God. Throw it out of one for bringing that up for me.
That is 100% fact. What you said.
You see, and they said that pat on the back is what makes them feel like they're American.
That's true, Adawan.
What? Come on, man. Go ahead, Adawan.
That's that Stockholm syndrome right there.
Exactly.
You know, the Stockholm syndrome is when your enemy or your oppressor has done so much damage to you, they let you slide one time. Now you feel like you got to protect them. It's almost like a reversal of psychology.
Mm-hmm.
And that's crazy.
Indeed. Hey, that's what our people are. They stuck in a cycle of it, man. Because they teach that same characteristic. They teach those same tendencies, if you will, to their children. And then their children grow with that colorist mindset, man. Right? Their children grow up with that wanting the white man's approval. Right? And what's so crazy, get the book of First Maccabees chapter 2 and 10. It's more than the so-called white man that has an effect or hates our people. Right? This is the cheap, because look, watch. Hey, Satan is using the so-called white man The so-called white man in antiquity, right, whose forefather is Esau in the Bible, his forefather said that I will kill my brother Jacob. His anger did tear perpetually, pursuant to the book of Amos. He has a perpetual hatred for our people. So it's generational. You see the hatred, right? But not only does a so-called white man hate you, you have more enemies than that. Let's see how many. Read. First Maccabees 2:10.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 2, and verse 10, and it reads, "What nation have not had a part in her kingdom, and gotten of her spoils?
Read.
All of her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she has become a bound slave.
Exactly. Read on.
And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty, and our glory is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it."
So the other nations have banded together to destroy your temple, to destroy your people, right? And it's saying what nation didn't do, what nation has not taken it. It'll be easier to say what nation has not taken part in that.
Right?
Because every nation has had a hand in your spoil. Every nation has had a hand in your captivity and your downfall. You got the Chinese man taking up every abomination in the sea and feeding it to you in the hood, right? You want that shrimp fried rice and Long
Right.
Elam is in the hood selling you black and miles, chewing tobacco, right? They're going cigarettes, man. Like you giving dang on bottles to your men are already homeless and they giving them bottles, man. They just keep on going. They wouldn't do that to their own people. They own people want to get alcohol. Hey man, no, you got a problem. Get out of here. And they looking out for their nation, but when it comes to you and your black and Hispanic guys, they don't care. They do not care. Go ahead, destroy yourself.
Khan, Salaki.
Go ahead, Adawan.
I want to add to that what you just said. We could see that take place with Kyrie Irving.
Exactly.
You see, is the owner of the team is Moab or Ammon, right? There was Jake in the studio going against him. Then you had Esau, of course. You know they was going against him along with Amalek. Mm-hmm. That reminds me of Psalms 83. Exactly. Psalms 83, where they take crafty counsel to go against the hidden ones, right? And it names out all the nations. I'm going to start at verse 6. The top nation, the tabernacles of Edom. Psalms 83 and 6. You can't get around it. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek. All of these people we're seeing today in 2022 going against our people.
Right.
Called Blacks, Native Americans, Hispanic. And you're right. They got a price to pay.
Yes, sir. See, they made you feel comfortable, right? To where you can't even see, like you seen with the case of that young man in the video we played in the beginning. He can't even stand and see this oppressor being uncomfortable. We live to make the oppressor comfortable. That's what, we make sure and go out of our way to make sure they do not feel guilty for what they have done and what they benefit for to this day. We make sure they don't feel guilty, man. And if they do, whoever's causing that guilt is the enemy, right? And you've seen that with Ye and Kyrie. The Jewish community was uncomfortable with the things that they were bringing out and the things that they were saying. Instead of saying, no, Ye is wrong, We do not own everything. We don't own the music industry. We don't own the entertainment industry. We don't own the sports industry. We don't. You you won't see us on those contracts. That's not true. If they would have went into it and went into it like that, then people would be like, "Oh yeah, he's tripping," right? But what they decided to do was a psychological type warfare and say, he's anti-Semitic. He's an enemy of the Jewish community. He's anti-Semitic. They didn't bring up no fact, no proof. They still haven't to this day. It's just they just using words. Same thing with Kyrie Irving.
Salaki.
Go ahead, Adawan.
Not to interrupt, but the way they use that word anti-Semitic is like this. If they believe that you're down in them as a people or their situation, if they just believe it, now you're anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
That's wicked as hell.
Wicked as get out, man. But that's who we deal with. The border.
Hey, so you're right. You are dealing with the border of wickedness. But look, you really need to be paying attention. I'm telling you something. Israelites really need to be paying attention to this thing. Okay? Because what Yaakov Yah just said, okay, is very key. What's really going on is they are setting a standard. Okay? All right, they are setting a standard. You take the biggest, okay, you take the biggest buck on the plantation, okay? So you get the richest black man, right? All right, in America, the richest, most popular black man, okay, in America, all right? And you beat them and humiliate them to a pulp, and you set a standard. What you're saying, Negro, is anti-Semitic, okay? And if you say it, we're going to destroy you. The brother lost $2 billion in over a couple days, man. Okay? They're setting a standard. So you need to get ready, Israelite man. Okay? You need to get ready, Israelite man, for your demise. Because freedom of speech, get ready to go out the window. All right? Freedom to gather, getting ready to go out the window. All right? All of that is getting ready to stop. They're setting a standard, man. You're not going to be able to say these things, man. Okay? You're not going to be able to say these things. You're not going to be able to do these things. It's coming. So you better get ready. The Most High is getting ready to see who's really down for him.
That's real.
All right?
That's
They're
real.
setting a standard, man. Hey, go ahead, King.
Yes, I like it. It's almost like when back in the day when the slave master gathered everybody around and hung the guy and tarred our brothers and sisters. They did that for a reason. Like in Willie Lynch, they said, you do this in front of the woman, then she's gonna train her children to be right. So sisters, we need you to be stronger than ever in this truth. We need you all to have the back because like Adawan Maikai said, it's coming. Famine of the word, loss of freedom of speech, gathering, all that's coming back again. It's made a full circle. It's coming back again. And we got to be prepared for it spiritually and mentally. Now you.
Exactly. Right? So understanding that, right? Understanding that our enemies are that of the people of every nation, what we have to do, right, is take a page out of their book, right? And when I say take a page out of their book, I'm not talking about take their customs. I'm talking about take the way that they feel about their nation and how nationalistic they are for their people. You must now do that for yourself and your people.
That's right.
That's the only logical. Nobody else cares for you. Nobody cares about your condition. Nobody sees your people. Nobody says, like hey, the Adawan, you bring this out all the time. You do not see white people, not even the white people in Congress or in the political parties. They don't go on their bed and toss and turn, and their wife look and say, "What's wrong, babe?" And they say, "Man, how are we going to get the black people out of the dust? How are we going to get the Mexicans out of the dust?" They don't say that.
Right.
They wife don't catch him like sap in a mood. "What's wrong, babe?" "Man, babe, the Native Americans." No, they don't do that. So you step up. You care about your nation. Because nobody's gonna do it. We're gonna still see ourselves be shot in the street until we protect one another. Until we love each other as our own selves. That's when we're gonna see a change, man.
That's right.
And that all goes back to coming back to the Bible.
That's right.
That all comes back with coming back to the word. The leaders of your people are entertained. Listen, there's something called the UN. Hold on. Watch this. Hold on. Let me get the definition of the UN. Watch this. The United Nations is an intergovernmental organization whose state purpose are to maintain international peace and security and develop friendly relations. Hold on. Want me to share my screen? I don't want. Is that why you brought that up? Oh, let me see if I can share my screen.
Yeah, Con, I thought you had it up. My bad, brother.
All right. I can pull it up right here. Let's see. Look at this.
Can I
All
say
right.
Hey,
something
don't
while
worry
you
about it.
pulling
Don't.
it up?
It's in the background. Hold on.
Okay, Con.
Can I say something while you pulling that up?
Kind of one. Go ahead.
Yeah, that to go with what you're saying right now, we have to love ourselves. And guess what? Christ, Yahweh Shah said the exact same thing. That's the second greatest commandment. That we should love. That second is like unto it. This is Matthew 20:22 and verse 39. The second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And that's directly to what you said. Yahweh Shai is teaching us that we need to love each other. We can't be going against each other. We can't have these coons going against our people that's bringing it out. You understand? We have to love each other and we have to stick together as solidarity. I think the Adawan, he had did a lesson on that one time about solidarity, right? That's the way we have to be. And sisters, again, I'm gonna have to say it. We rely on hold it down. Y'all gotta hold it down. Go ahead.
So the United Nations, the UN, is an international intergovernmental organization whose stated purpose is to maintain national peace and security, develop friendly relations among nations, achieve international cooperation, and be a center for harmonizing the actions of nations. Right. So this is where the nations get together, right, and discuss problems and nationalistically, right. Let's see if they give us a list of who's in this UN. Let's see. Of nations. Hold on, let me see. Let's zoom out. Because at the end of the day, right? This was they created this in 1945. And guess how people felt about you in 1945. That's how people felt about you in that time period. People don't look. Context is everything, right? And you got to take what's happening. Look at all these flags, man. Look at all these flags. Where the flag? Where the flag for your people? Where's that at? Somebody in the comment section, tell me which one of these dang on flags is filled with people that toss and turn in their bed and care about you, and bring up that. Why don't anybody say America? What are y'all doing for the so-called black man? Right? Zimbabwe got a dude representing them with a bone through their nose, and he's talking about what his people are going through. He not talking about He not talking about you being the last hire in the first fire. He not talking about you being highly incarcerated. See what I'm saying? Nobody is doing this for you. That's why you have to do it yourself. Hey, you see these men on here? Y'all were all Maya Kaya, Yakim Yah. These are the men that's doing it for you. Going out in the street. Hey, I see some sister on Twitter trying to villainize they on IUIC for surrounding the Barclays Center. She talking about some, wow, they caring about a basketball player when black people have more problems. Do you know who IUIC is? Look, I typed in a comment. I said, man, IUIC has been protesting for our people in many cases since before me and you was born. Understand that. Put some respect on them brothers' name, man.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, they been caring for your people. Before you
That's
even
right.
said your first words, they was caring about your people, man. Young sister, man, like me. Before we were even, you know, thinking about political problems, thinking about nationalistic problems, they was on a street corner teaching and protesting for you, teaching you chosen above all.
That's right.
But you want to villainize them because they stuck together. They're the only people to stick with Kyrie. Shaq folded. Chuck folded.
That's right. Hey, Salakia. Hey, don't mean to interrupt. Hey, the brother. I went ahead and jumped on the YouTube, man, because I saw the brother Trey Lindsay's comment, man. Okay, and the brother had said, I got funk with you brothers at SOT. So I was making sure that the brother wasn't scoffing, man. Hey, but he said we ain't answered his questions about prospect phase. Hey, King. Hey, we getting ready to get to you, okay? We getting ready to get to you. And I'm gonna try to remember your name, brother Trey Lindsay, okay? Brother Trey Lindsay. Hey, let us know in the chat where you are. Where are you? Where are you located? Okay. Where are you located there, King? Hey, go ahead, Rock.
And prospect email is gonna close at the end of this week. So if you're interested in prospecting with SOT, make sure y'all get y'all emails in before the end of this week. All right.
The brothers in Kansas City, Missouri. All right.
All right.
All praises, King.
So, we gotta realize, man, nobody's caring. Let me get the book of Nehemiah, chapter 2. Chapter 2, and we're gonna start at verse 12. Let me see. Nehemiah chapter 2 and verse 12, man. Because our people gotta understand, we gotta look at our teachers, man. Look at the teachers, look at the people that truly care. Talking about who y'all want to call BHI, Black Hebrew Israelite. No, man. We the Hebrew Israelites, the chosen people of God, and we here for our people. We standing up for our nation because nobody else is doing stuff. Nobody can forth the effort for you. Look. Can a congressman look? There's no congressman, there's no governor, there's no mayor, there's no president that's going to come out and say, "Oh, my focus is making sure police brutality towards black people is a hate crime, and the officers that do this hate crime will get up to 20 years in prison." Who is going to do that? Who's going to make sure there's employment in our nation? Who's going to do that? What congressman is saying until we make black on black crime illegal, I won't rest. I will not close my eye until black on black crime becomes illegal. And punishments are going out, man. I want to see a congressman talking about incarcerated men and bringing trades into jail. So when these men get out of jail, they got a job instead of going back to their old lifestyle.
Right.
Where they at? They right here. They make videos and they on the corners with these on.
That's right.
That's where they at.
That's
and
right.
It's time that y'all look at those men as your leaders, man. Let's get into the scriptures real fast. Let's go to verse. What I say something? Dude,
Did Nehemiah 2:12 out of one? Was it that one?
Nehemiah 2:13.
Con.
Yes,
It's the
sir.
book of Nehemiah, chapter 2 and verse 13. And I went out by night by the gate of the valley, even before the dragon well, into the dung port, and viewed the walls of Jerusalem, which were broken down, and the gates thereof were consumed with fire.
This is our people right here. What Nehemiah is looking at, right? We're gonna give y'all a type parable, a dark saying. What Nehemiah is looking at right now is y'all. These leaders that's looking and teaching out in these streets, they're looking at their people and seeing walls burnt down with fire. And the people that burned us down with fire are these other nations that took part in our spoil. Right? That's what we're looking at. A nation that's been destroyed through false information, police brutality, slavery, indoctrination. This is a people that's destroyed. And we're looking at y'all. Read on.
Continue, verse 14. Then I went unto the gate of the fountain, into the king's pool, but there was no place for the beast that was under me to pass.
Read.
Then went I up in the night by the brook, and viewed the wall, and turned back, and entered by the gate of the valley, and so returned.
So he's expecting his city. That's what we're doing. We're looking at our people, how they're reacting, how they're learning, how they're thinking in today's society. We're looking at it, and we're seeing that every way y'all are destroyed, every way y'all are consumed, every way y'all are mentally blocked, man.
That's right.
The spirit not dealing with most of y'all, right? Read.
And the rulers knew not whither I went or what I did. Neither had I yet told it to the Jews,
Keep
nor to
reading.
the priest, nor to the nobles, nor to the rulers, nor to the rest that did the work.
Read.
Then I said unto them, Ye see the distress that we are in, how Jerusalem lieth waste, and the gates thereof are burned with fire. Come, and let us build up the wall of Jerusalem, that we be no more a reproach.
We see our people going through it. Now let's do something.
That's heavy.
We see our brothers in the street, strung out on crack, going in the street, walking to and fro, looking for the next bottle and blunt. We see our people, our generation coming up, just degenerates, man. All they care about is money, women, and being damn hoes, man.
That's right.
We see this. Now let's do something about it. Read.
Come. Then I told them of the hand of my God, which was good upon me, as also the king's words that he had spoken unto me.
Right.
And they said,
See, hold
Let
on.
us rise.
I gotta see right there is in this time period, the Lord put the spirit on the King Cyrus, man. Right? But in this time and age, the Lord ain't putting no spirit on your politicians. The Lord's not putting a spirit on your president of the United States to help y'all build y'all kingdom. It's quite the opposite. Damn, Joe Biden told you you not black if you don't vote for him. Now he's being investigated for sex trafficking of your women. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris was for the black people when you in word, but in deed they're far from y'all, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Kind of one. And also the king's words that he had spoken unto me. And they said, Let us rise up and build. So they strengthened their hands for this good work.
So what, y'all? We gotta strengthen our hands for the good work. We working and building our nation, but let's see what's trying to stop us. Read.
Gone. But when Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, and the Geshem the Arabian heard it, they laughed us to scorn and despised us and said, What is this thing that ye do? Will you rebel against the king?
They sowing confusion. They scorning us, mocking the messages of God. Right? That's Second Chronicles 16 and 36. Hey, Salaki. Now I gotta make sure.
Hey, you froze. I don't want froze.
He froze up.
God, man, I'm telling you, I was in the spirit too. This is a good breakdown right here, Nehemiah too. It's literally us today. It's literally us today when we go out there. We're trying to build. Before we're a country, a place, we're a people. That's what we're trying to build down. Because every time we go outside, we see our walls destroyed. That's our strong men, our strong women are destroyed. We go out there really trying to build our people. People don't see that. People think that we go out there used to tell the white man that the goddamn devil, which they are. But that's not a point. That's not the point when we go out there. We go out there to give our people the strength, that fresh breath air they need, which is these words. I've been seeing some people in the chat saying religion, this, religion, that. Guess what? This is not a religion.
That's
And
right.
if you say that religion was created for this reason and that reason, well, guess what? You give people no hope because you're so comfortable in your kingdom that there's no hope for you. You're so comfortable you can just chat there and say there's no religion. God is just made up. You give people that have nothing no hope. We have hope because we believe everything this Bible says. And we are not a religion. This is an inheritance to us from our God Yahweh. Can I use a lot of one?
God.
Hey, the sister. Hey, the sister. Hey, we gotta be humble to that, man. Hey, all praises there, princess.
All praises.
It can't really take credit.
Yeah, that's all
for
praises
the
to the
word,
Most High.
but all
Yeah,
praises to the Most High. All praises.
God.
We
And
love
let
you,
me
sister.
get the
Water,
brother Dirac in. We love that sister, man.
God.
Yeah,
All
God.
praises.
All right. All praise to the Most High. So it's I flipped it. It's 2 Chronicles, and no, I didn't turn off my internet to look up the scripture. Y'all wicked.
Who said
They
that?
wicked in the chat.
Who said that? Who said
They
that,
wicked
man?
in
Who
the
said
chat. I don't know. Nobody said it. I just
Nah, they didn't say it, King. They didn't say it.
in 2 Chronicles 36 and 16. See, I was back. I flipped it. Salaki, y'all. But yeah, they mocking the messengers of God, man. They mocking us and trying to. Hey, that's why they villainizing Kyrie, because he put some out saying that y'all was the true Hebrews, y'all were the true Israelites. That's why they mocking Ye, because he said y'all are the 12 tribes of Hebrew, the 12 tribes of Israel. I mean, the 12 tribes of Judah. He said,
That's right.
He's showing y'all who y'all truly are. He's dropping those information. And now when we see people on the corner and we ask them, "Oh, you heard what Kanye and Kyrie doing?" And they say, "Yeah, I heard we the Israelites." And now that truth is coming up. So what we're doing as the leaders, we pushing it forward and building back up the breaches of our communities, building back up the breaches of our nation, right? So that we can receive the kingdom of heaven, so that we may receive rulership, man. Because that's the most important part. People don't understand. In Proverbs 29:2, it say when the righteous are in the authority, the people rejoice.
That's right.
People think it's gonna be a damn doom and gloom, but hey, the heathen are gonna be glad that they're in captivity to the Israelites, man. That's gonna be their joy.
That's a fact,
right? It's gonna be grievous because it's gonna be they gonna have that spirit in Wisdom of Solomon 5, right? Damn, he's numbered among the children of God, him that we had in derision, right? That's their spirit, right?
Amazed at the strangeness of their salvation,
right?
That's right. That's right.
That's them, right? But at the end of the day, this whole world is gonna rejoice, man. Pray the Lord bring back all them animals that was them killed, right, by Esau, man. Hope he reset this place, man, so we can see those wonderful creatures again, man. You know, because this whole world is mourning, right, and waiting for us to take back the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever, right?
That's right,
But we got to start with loving one another, man, as ourselves, right? We got to start by caring about one another. Like you care about eating when you hungry, you got to get you something to eat. When them bills due, you care about putting food on the table and keeping them lights on and keeping the roof over your head. Hey, feel like that for your brother.
That's right.
When your brother lose something, you lost something, man.
That's right.
That's how we got to start dealing. And that's how we're going to act, because nobody else is going to do it. And that concludes my lesson, man.
Love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right. That's right. All praises.
All praises. Hey, excellent lesson, King.
All praises.
Excellent lesson, King.
All praises to the Most High. All praises. But hey, brothers, man, right? If you want to do the work in your city, Well, don't mind my hand. If you want to do the work in your city, right, send us an email at sonsofthunderisraelites@gmail.com. Right, let us know you want to prospect with us. Let us know by the end of this month, right? And then we'll reach out to you brothers and sisters and let y'all know further. I mean, you brothers, and let y'all know the further information. So, like it. Feast of dedication coming up. The new moon's coming up, right? Make sure you brothers and sisters are RSVPing. This tomorrow new moon we are not gathering. We are not gathering. Look for something on the YouTube though. We still gonna do this work. We still gonna post a video for y'all on the new moon, but we will not be gathering in Atlanta or North Carolina, right? Feast of dedication coming up soon. RSVP at sonsofthunderisraelites@gmail.com. Are y'all gonna do it in North Carolina or y'all gonna come to the A?
Nah, we doing the dedication.
In North Carolina?
Right.
Okay, good. And if y'all want to join North Carolina for Feast of Dedication, it's Sons of Thunder Israelites NC@gmail.com.
I got that calendar up in the back.
Okay. Hey, before we pull up the calendar, man, I want to address a statement in the chat. You got the brother Funky Things Prod 3. Okay. Hey, somebody get James chapter 4. Okay, get James chapter 4 and verse 10.
Post this comment, Adawan.
What's that, King? Okay.
Post this comment.
Hold on for a minute, King. Let me get the first one. Okay. He say, I heard the sons of thunder up here praising them wicked AS Pharisees, IUIC. Is that true? Let me explain something to you there, brother. Okay. And we don't camp bash over here. All right. That's not what we do. Okay. We do what the scriptures say do. All right. Okay. We don't have a problem with our brothers, regardless of differences of doctrine, because we understand when Shiloh, all right, come, all right, Yahweh Shai is going to doggone set all of us in order and put us all on the same sheet of music. Okay. So we don't judge our brothers in that manner. Okay. And we all about unity over here. Okay. Hey, read that. Give me James chapter 4 and start at verse 10.
Con, this is the book of James chapter 4 and verse 10. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up.
Read on.
Speak not evil one of another, brethren.
Read that again.
Speak not evil.
Speak not evil one of another, brethren. He that speaketh evil of his brother and judges his brother speaketh evil of the law.
So you, sir, are speaking evil of the law, okay? Because you're speaking evil of your brothers. So you don't see Sons of Thunder dipping in there, man, okay, and all that camp banging talk, this, that. We're not about that, man.
Exactly.
That's not what we're about, okay? We're about unity, okay?
Exactly.
We pray that all of our brothers, all right, get the kingdom. If you look on the back of our shirts, okay, and we got Romans chapter 10, verse 1. Hey, give me Romans 10 and 1. They continue to read there, brother, and James.
God, and judges the law. But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge.
That's right. Okay. So by you judging your brother, all right, and mocking your brother, you're judging the law. Okay. You're going against the law. All right. Hey, give me that in Romans chapter 10. Okay. And we'll let the brother Duroc go ahead and lead us up out of here. Okay. Bring that out.
I got to as well.
There's a book of Romans 10 and verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to Yahweh for Israel is that they might be saved.
And that's what we stand on here at Sons of Thunder. Okay. It is our hope, prayer, and desire that the entire nation of Yasha Allah be saved. Okay. Right. Even our brothers and sisters who are not practicing this truth. Okay. We're praying that our brothers get it. We know it's not realistic. Okay. But we're praying that all our brothers and sisters, all right, come into this thing. Hey, go ahead, Dead Rock.
Comment one. This is because he called IUIC. He said he called IUIC Pharisees, right? So let's see what Christ says regarding the Pharisees. This is Matthew 23 and 1. And Jesus spake to the multitude of his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do. But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. So if you believe they're Pharisees, right, as far as being hypocrites, well, do as they say, but not as they do, brother. You understand? I commend them brothers for being in solidarity, because in Psalm it say it's beautiful for brothers to dwell together in unity. They lent their hand out to Kyrie and edified a lot of people that day.
That's right.
You demonizing that is demonizing the work of the Lord.
That's right, Op.
So let's not play games. Let's not be immature about the situation because you don't like IUIC. We got to see what they did. They did a mighty work, right? So stop playing.
Salaki. And
Go ahead, Adawan.
And not to mention, those brothers travel worldwide to push this truth.
That's right.
They all over the world. So all praises to the Most High for putting that spirit on these brothers.
That's right, brother.
Right. Okay. Well, and with that, man, we love you, brothers. Y'all see our calendar, y'all brothers and sisters. Y'all see our calendar. Feast of Dedication, December 17th. Get your RSVPs in before then. All right. Let's not be. Come on. Let's not be wicked and be RSVPing on the day on 15th. Right. Let's get them in before then. All right. So we love you, brothers and sisters, man. Hey, we're the Sons of Thunder Israelites. Exactly. Hey, that's right. Disclaimer: the brother did not call IUIC hypocrites. He was just using that verse as an example because the brother called them Pharisees. That's right. That's right. I didn't call them hypocrites. Come on. But with that, man, we the Sons of Thunder Israelites. It's our prayers, heart desire for all Israel to be saved. Khan. Lastly, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shema Mashak Yahushua. The water for joining us. The water for joining us in Shalom.
Shalom, family.
Shalom out.